Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel where we talk about rare coins, hidden treasures, and valuable collectibles that could be sitting right in your pocket change. Today's video is an exciting deep dive into one of the most iconic and highly collectible coins in US history, the 1958 D Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent wheat penny coin. You might not believe it, but this small copper coin, originally worth just a single cent, now holds a current market value of an astonishing $80,222. That's right, a coin that once bought a piece of candy can now buy a brand new luxury car or even a house in some places. So buckle up as we uncover the full story, the historical background, the rare features, and everything you need to know about this high-value treasure that might just be hiding in your coin jar. Let's begin by talking about the history behind the Lincoln Wheat Penny series. First minted in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, this coin was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse of the coin shows a detailed right-facing portrait of Lincoln. On the reverse side, the coin originally featured two stalks of wheat framing the words, 1 cent, and United States of America, which is why these coins are commonly referred to as wheat pennies. Now, let's fast forward to the year 1958, specifically focusing on the Denver Mint, denoted by the small D Mint mark located just beneath the date. The Denver Mint produced over 800 million wheat pennies that year, which might make you think these coins are common. But here's the twist. While the 1958 D wheat penny is common in circulated condition, certain rare versions and mint state specimens are extremely valuable. One special coin in pristine condition has fetched over $80,222 at auction due to its flawless strike, high grade, and I appeal. So what makes the 1958 D wheat penny worth so much money? It all boils down to a few critical factors: rarity, condition, errors, and demand among collectors. First, let's talk condition. Most 1958 D wheat pennies you find in circulation today are worn down. They may have scratches, discoloration, or flattened details from decades of use. But if you come across a mint state coin, graded MS67 or higher by professional services like PCGS or NGC, you're in possession of something very rare. High-grade examples are extremely hard to find and are often worth thousands of dollars. Next, we must address the importance of errors and varieties. Some 1958 D pennies may have unique striking errors, including double dies, repunched mint marks, or off-center strikes. These minting mistakes occurred during production and are considered rare anomalies. One of the most sought-after variations is the 1958 double die obverse, where the lettering in Liberty, or In God We Trust, appears double due to a misalignment during the minting process. These errors are highly collectible and can skyrocket the coin's value to tens of thousands of dollars. In particular, a high-grade MS67 plus red 1958 D Lincoln Wheat Penny, which is the designation given to a coin that retains its original red copper luster and has no visible wear, recently sold for over $80,222 at public auction. This price was achieved due to its nearly perfect strike, bright red luster, and exceptional eye appeal, a combination that very few surviving coins from that year possess. Now let's take a moment to look at some grading tips so you can understand how to evaluate your coin. A wheat penny in MS60 condition has no wear but might have some marks or dull areas. At MS65, it's nearly perfect with very few flaws visible under magnification. MS67 or higher is the elite category, where the coin looks as if it just left the mint, glowing with full red brilliance, and no noticeable defects. Only a few coins out of millions minted can reach that level, making them incredibly valuable. You might be wondering, how can I tell if I have one of these ultra-valuable pennies? The first thing to do is examine the coin carefully under good lighting, using a magnifying glass or coin loupe. Look for strong original red color, minimal contact marks, and any signs of doubling on the text. Next, check for the small D mint mark beneath the year 1958. If your coin meets the right criteria, consider having it professionally graded. Third-party grading companies like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, can authenticate and assign a grade to your coin, which will determine its market value. Now let's discuss the collectability and demand. Even though millions of these coins were made, collectors are constantly searching for the best preserved examples to complete their Lincoln Wheat penny sets. This demand drives up the price for top-graded coins. Some collectors are willing to pay a premium of tens of thousands of dollars for a coin with just slightly better color or fewer marks than another of the same year. The 1958 wheat penny is also significant because it was the last year of the wheat reverse design. Starting in 1959, the reverse of the Lincoln penny was changed to feature the Lincoln Memorial, marking a new chapter in U.S. coinage. This historical importance also contributes to the value of the final year wheat penny, especially those struck at the Denver Mint with flawless condition. So, how do you sell or get your 1958 wheat penny appraised? If you believe you have a valuable coin, you can start by taking clear, close-up photographs of both sides and comparing them to known high-value specimens online or in coin books. Then, reach out to a reputable coin dealer, or attend a coin show where experts can give you a hands-on evaluation. If your coin looks promising, submit it to PCGS or NGC for official grading. Once graded, your coin's value will be significantly easier to determine, and you can consider selling it at a major auction house such as Heritage Auctions, Stack's Bowers, or Great Collections. Let's take a quick recap. The 1958 Lincoln Wheat penny is a coin that many people overlook, but in the right condition, it can be worth a life-changing amount of money, up to $80,222 and beyond. Key features to look out for include strong original red color, high mint state grade, MS67 or higher, possible doubling or mint errors, and of course, professional authentication to confirm its rarity. This penny represents not just a piece of history, but a potential financial treasure hiding in plain sight. So next time you go through your change jar or coin collection, keep a close eye out for the 1958 wheat penny. It might just be your ticket to a small fortune. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful or interesting, please give it a thumbs up, share it with other collectors or friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more in-depth videos on rare and valuable US coins. Hit the bell icon so you'll be the first to know when we drop our next video. Let us know in the comments if you have a 1958 wheat penny, or any other coin you think might be worth a lot of money. We love hearing from you. Until next time, happy collecting and good luck treasure hunting. Welcome back to the channel, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Today's video is about one of the most fascinating and sought-after pieces of American coinage, the 1957 no-mint mark Lincoln Wheat penny. This isn't just another old penny in your change jar. This is a potential goldmine hiding in plain sight. So if you have a 1957 Lincoln Wheat cent, especially without a mint mark, sit tight because you might be holding on to something truly valuable. The current market value of a rare, high-grade specimen of this coin has reached an astonishing $80,392. Yes, you heard that right, over $80,000 for a 1-cent coin. Let's dive deep into the history, design, rarity, errors, and value of the legendary 1957 no-mint mark Lincoln Wheat penny. First, let's explore the rich history behind this coin. The Lincoln Wheat cent, also known as the Lincoln Wheat penny, was introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this coin marked the first time a real person's image appeared on a circulating American coin. It replaced the Indian head penny and quickly became a symbol of national pride and everyday commerce. The wheat penny features Lincoln's bust on the obverse, with the reverse showcasing 2 stalks of wheat encircling the words 1 cent and United States of America, giving the coin its nickname, the Wheat penny. Now let's zoom in on the 1957 no-mint mark edition. This specific coin was minted in Philadelphia, which traditionally did not use a mint mark on its coins. In 1957, over 282 million Lincoln Wheat cents were struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Despite this large mintage, the coin still holds significant value today in the world of numismatics, especially in pristine condition or with rare errors. What makes the 1957 no-mint mark Lincoln penny even more special is that it was one of the final years of the wheat cent series, which ended in 1958, when the reverse was changed to the Lincoln Memorial design in 1959. Why is the 1957 no-mint mark Lincoln wheat penny worth so much today? Let's break it down. The first factor is condition and grading. Most 1957 wheat pennies you'll find are heavily circulated and worth just a few cents, or maybe $1. But if you have one in near-perfect condition, say graded MS67 or higher by PCGS or NGC, the value increases dramatically. Mint state coins, especially with original red luster, are extremely scarce and command high prices at auctions. One flawless, uncirculated example recently sold for an unbelievable $80,392, shocking even veteran coin collectors. This astronomical price was due to its exceptional strike, unblemished surfaces, rich red coloration, and overall rarity in that condition. The second factor is rarity of certain varieties and errors. Some of the most valuable 1957 no-mint mark pennies are those that contain minting mistakes. These include double die obverse errors, repunched mint marks, off-center strikes, and die cracks. A double die obverse means that the coin was struck twice with a misaligned die, causing a visible doubling of features like the date, letters, or Lincoln's profile. These errors are rare and highly desirable, often selling for hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on clarity and condition. Combine one of these rare errors with a high-grade coin and you've got a collector's dream. Another factor that adds to the 1957 wheat penny's value is historical and collector interest. The Lincoln cent series has always been popular among collectors, with many assembling full sets. The wheat penny era, especially pre-1960, is often the most desired portion of any Lincoln cent collection. Because the 1957 edition is among the last of the wheat penny designs, it holds nostalgic and transitional significance. Plus, the absence of a mint mark adds to its mystique, making it a key date for many hobbyists. Now let's talk about how you can identify a valuable 1957 no-mint mark penny in your own collection. Start by looking at the coin's color. A brilliant red coin usually indicates it hasn't been exposed to circulation and retains its original mint luster. Next, examine the coin's surface under a magnifying glass. Look for sharp details in Lincoln's hair and the wheat stalks on the reverse. Any visible scratches, dings, or discoloration will lower the coin's grade and therefore, its value. If your coin appears flawless, it might be worth sending it to a professional grading service for authentication and grading. Let's break down the value range for the 1957 no-mint mark Lincoln wheat penny. In circulated condition, most examples are worth between 5 and 50 cents. In uncirculated condition graded MS60 to MS64, they can be worth $1 to $15. In MS65 red condition, the value jumps to $40 or more. Coins graded MS66 red can fetch $100 to $200. Once you reach MS67 red, you're talking $1,000 and up. And that spectacular MS67 plus red example we mentioned earlier? That's the one that went for a staggering $83.92. It's also worth noting that this coin is a favorite among roll hunters, people who search through bank rolls of pennies hoping to strike it rich. Finding a 1957 wheat penny in circulation today is rare, but not impossible. If you're lucky enough to stumble across one in excellent condition, you could be looking at a significant payday. So keep your eyes open, especially when sifting through old jars, inherited coin collections, or estate sales. What should you do if you think you have a valuable 1957 no-mint mark Lincoln wheat penny? First, handle it carefully. Avoid cleaning the coin, as this can actually decrease its value significantly. Next, compare it with high-resolution images of known valuable specimens online. If it looks promising, consult a local coin dealer or send it in to a certified grading service like PCGS or NGC for a professional evaluation. The small investment in grading could yield massive returns if your coin turns out to be one of the high-grade rarities. In conclusion, the 1957 no-mint mark Lincoln wheat penny is more than just a piece of copper, it's a piece of American history. From its classic wheat design to its historical significance in the Lincoln Cent series, and from its era varieties to the jaw-dropping value of high-grade examples, this coin continues to fascinate collectors across the globe. And with a current market value soaring as high as $80,392 for the finest examples, it proves that even a humble penny can be worth a small fortune. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a curious beginner, the 1957 Lincoln Wheat penny deserves a place on your radar and maybe even in your collection. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into rare and valuable coins, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a 1957 wheat penny, or if you have questions about your own coin collection. Until next time, happy hunting and keep checking your change. Your next big treasure might be in your pocket right now. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. If you're a coin collector, history lover, or just someone curious about hidden treasures that could be sitting in your pocket change right now, then you're in for a treat. In today's video, we're going deep into the fascinating story of the 1957 Lincoln Wheat penny, a humble 1-cent coin that might just be worth an astonishing $93,080 today. That's right, a single penny worth nearly $100,000. So grab your magnifying glass and let's explore what makes this small copper coin one of the most valuable Lincoln cents ever minted. Let's start with a bit of history. The Lincoln Wheat penny series ran from 1909 to 1958. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, President Abraham Lincoln. On the obverse, you have Lincoln's right-facing bust and the motto, "In God We Trust," above his head, with "Liberty" to the left and the date to the right. If your penny was minted in Denver in 1957, you'll see a small D mint mark just under the date. On the reverse side, you'll see the iconic twin stalks of wheat curving along both sides with the words 1 cent and United States of America in bold font in the center, and the Latin phrase E pluribus unum along the top. The 1957 penny was minted in Denver, and it had one of the highest production numbers in the entire wheat penny series. The Denver Mint struck over 1.05 billion of these coins. With so many produced, you might be wondering, how can this coin be so valuable today? Well, here's where things get exciting. It's not just about how many were made, it's about how many survived in perfect condition, and what rare errors or varieties exist that elevate certain coins to elite collector status. Let's talk condition first. In coin collecting, condition is everything. A 1957 penny in circulated condition, one that has been used in everyday transactions, might only be worth a few cents to a few dollars. However, if your penny is in uncirculated or mint state, MS, condition, it becomes far more valuable. Especially if it grades MS 67 or higher by a reputable grading company like PCGS or NGC, it enters the premium category. Now, get this. A 1957 wheat penny graded MS 67 plus red has sold at auction for as much as $93,080. Yes, you heard that right. Why? Because coins at that grade are extremely rare. Most coins from that era have at least slight handling marks, scratches, or fading. But finding one in blazing red luster, perfectly struck, and with no contact marks, is almost like finding a needle in a haystack. But high grade isn't the only thing that boosts a penny's value. You also have to consider errors and varieties. The 1957 penny has some fascinating error coins that drive up their worth. First, there's the double die obverse DDO variety. In these coins, parts of the design, like the date or the letters in Liberty and In God We Trust, appear doubled. These errors are caused during the minting process when the coin die strikes the blank planchet more than once in slightly different positions. Then, you have repunched mint marks, RPMs. That's when the D mint mark was punched more than once into the die, and each impression didn't align perfectly. This creates a shadow or doubling effect around the mint mark. Collectors go wild for these because they are relatively rare and very noticeable. Another rare and valuable error is the off-center strike. If your 1957 D penny was not struck directly in the center of the coin blank, it could show a portion of the design missing along the edge. Depending on how far off it is and how much of the design is still visible, these off-center coins can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. There's also the die cracks and cuds. These are raised lines or blobs on the coin where the die itself cracked or broke during the minting process. While they may seem like damage, these are mint-made errors, and serious collectors will pay top dollar for dramatic examples. Now let's talk about color. Lincoln pennies are graded not just by condition but also by color designation: brown, BN, red-brown, RB, or red RD. The most desirable and valuable coins are full red examples. These are coins that retain 95% or more of their original copper luster and haven't toned brown over the decades. A red MS67 plus 1957 D penny is the holy grail for collectors, and that's the kind of coin that reached that staggering auction value of $93,080. Let's break it down even further with some current market value examples based on condition. A circulated 1957 D penny is generally worth 1 to 50 cents, depending on where. An uncirculated MS60 to MS60, for example, might fetch $1 to $10. In MS65 red, the value jumps to around $20 to $50. An MS66 red coin can go for $100 to $250. At MS67 red, you could be looking at $1,500 to $4,000. And as we mentioned earlier, MS67 plus red examples with exceptional eye appeal, strike, and luster have sold for as much as $93,080. That's not just coin collecting, that's an investment. So, what should you do if you have a 1957 D Lincoln penny? First, don't clean it. Cleaning coins can scratch the surface and destroy their value. Instead, use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to examine it closely. Look for doubling, unusual mint marks, die cracks, or off-center strikes. Then compare it to verified examples online or in collector guides. If you believe your penny is in excellent condition or has an error, your next step is to get it graded by a reputable company like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company. A professional grade can confirm your coin's condition and significantly boost its marketability and value. You never know. You could be holding on to a small copper coin from 1957 that's worth more than a brand new car, maybe even more than a house down payment. All because of a rare combination of condition, luster, and minting anomalies. And that, folks, is the magic of coin collecting. So if you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1957 D Lincoln Wheat Penny, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more rare coin discoveries, valuation guides, and fascinating stories from the world of numismatics. Share this video with your friends and family. Who knows, they might have one of these rare pennies sitting in a jar somewhere. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy hunting and may your next penny be worth a fortune. Welcome back to the channel, coin collectors and treasure hunters. In today's episode, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and valuable coins in American numismatic history, the 1956 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent wheat penny. This humble-looking coin, often found in old jars or tucked away in forgotten drawers, could be hiding a secret fortune. That's right. This specific 1956 no-mint mark wheat penny has been reported to sell for as high as $69,376 in today's collector market. So grab your coin jars and magnifying glasses, because you might just be sitting on a jackpot without even knowing it. Let's begin with a bit of historical background. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it became the first U.S. coin to feature a real person. From 1909 to 1958, the reverse side of the penny featured two stalks of wheat circling the words, 1 cent, and United States of America. Hence the name, Wheat Penny. The 1956 issue is part of this iconic wheat penny era, which holds a special place in the hearts of collectors worldwide. The 1956 Lincoln cent was minted in two primary locations, Philadelphia and Denver. The Philadelphia coins carry no mint mark, while the Denver coins have a small d under the date. Today we're focusing on the no-mint mark version, minted in Philadelphia. In 1956, the Philadelphia Mint produced over 420 million Lincoln cents. Now you might be wondering, with so many made, how can a single 1956 penny be worth over $69,000? Here's where things get interesting. Rarity, condition, and mint errors all play crucial roles. While most of the 1956 no-mint mark pennies are only worth a few cents to a few dollars depending on their condition, certain rare examples have sold for tens of thousands due to their pristine condition or unusual mint errors. The penny that fetched $69,376 was graded at an incredibly high mint state 67 plus read by PCGS, which means it was preserved in virtually flawless condition with original red luster still intact, as if it came straight from the mint yesterday. Coins graded MS 67 or higher are extremely rare for 1956, especially in red color designation. The grading scale runs from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect coin. An MS 67 plus red wheat penny is among the absolute best examples in existence. Combine that condition with strong demand from collectors and low supply of such top-grade coins, and you've got yourself a recipe for a massive price tag. But high grade isn't the only way a 1956 penny can be valuable. Mint errors can also dramatically increase a coin's worth. Some rare 1956 pennies exhibit doubling on the obverse side, especially in the date or the words, "In God We Trust," and "Liberty." This type of error is called a double die and is a result of a mistake during the die creation process. Other errors like off-center strikes, repunched mint marks, or coins struck on the wrong planchets also exist and are highly prized by collectors. If you happen to come across a 1956 penny with any of these features, don't spend it, get it appraised. Now let's talk about the coin's design, which is another aspect that makes the wheat penny series so iconic. The obverse features a portrait of President Lincoln, facing right, with the words, "In God We Trust." Above his head, "Liberty" on the left, and the date, 1956, on the right. The reverse, designed by Brenner as well, includes the inscriptions, 1 cent, United States of America, and the famous wheat ears on each side, symbolizing prosperity and agriculture. It's a simple yet powerful design that reflects both America's values and the era in which the coin was created. Now you might be asking, how can you tell if your 1956 penny is valuable? First, inspect the condition. If it still has that red, shiny luster, no visible scratches, and minimal wear, it's a good candidate. Look at the details on Lincoln's face and the wheat stalks on the reverse. If they're crisp and sharp, your coin could be worth grading. Next, check for errors, doubling, off-centering, or any unusual features. If you find any of these, it's worth sending the coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC for authentication and valuation. Also, keep in mind that most circulated 1956 wheat pennies will be worth between 3 to 25 cents. However, uncirculated coins can bring in higher prices, often ranging from $5 to $50 or more. Coins graded MS 65 red can sell for $100 to $300. But it's those few in MS 67 plus condition, especially with red luster and no visible imperfections, that break records, like the one that sold $4.69,376. Let's take a moment to think about how amazing that is. A coin originally worth 1 cent, now valued at nearly $70,000. It's proof that history and preservation pay off. It's a reminder that even the smallest, most ordinary objects can hold extraordinary value when treated with care and attention. So before you toss that jar of old pennies aside, take a closer look. Check the dates. Look for the 1956 no-mint mark wheat penny. Examine it closely for signs of great condition or unique features. You never know, you might just be holding one of the most valuable coins in your collection, a true American treasure. And there you have it, friends, the full story of the 1956 no-mint mark Lincoln wheat penny, a coin that has stood the test of time and proven itself to be one of the most sought-after collectibles in the world of U.S. currency. Its rich history, design, and potential for extraordinary value make it a shining example of why coin collecting is such an exciting and rewarding hobby. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins that could be hiding right in your pocket change, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you never miss out on future uploads. Who knows, your next big treasure could be just one penny away. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy collecting!